Welcome back to JF Coin, the home of rare American coins, hidden treasures, and unbelievable values that most people walk past every single day without even realizing it. Today's video is extremely special, because we are talking about one of the most mysterious and underestimated coins in American history. A coin that looks simple, ordinary, and harmless, yet carries a shocking story, deep historical roots, and a market value that can absolutely change lives. This is the Liberty 1 cent USA coin from the year 1967. Yes, you heard that right. 1 single cent. One tiny coin. From 1967. And today, collectors are paying as much as $779,335 for the right example. Stay with JF Coin until the end, because once you understand why this coin is worth so much money, you will never look at loose change the same way again. Let us travel back in time. The year 1967 was a turning point in American history. The United States was facing economic pressure, rising inflation, and massive demand for coins across the country. Silver was disappearing from circulation, people were hoarding coins, and the U.S. Mint was under serious stress to keep up with production. During this period, Liberty 1 cent coins were produced in very high numbers, but here is the twist that most people do not know: because of rushed production, aging machinery, and experimental minting processes, some 1967 Liberty 1 cent coins were struck with extraordinary characteristics. These were not intentional. They were accidents. And those accidents are exactly what made history. Collectors later discovered that certain 1967 Liberty 1 cent coins showed unusual metal composition, razor-sharp details, rare strike quality, and microscopic mint errors that should never have passed inspection. At the time, nobody cared. These coins entered circulation, bought candy, paid bus fares, and disappeared into pockets, but decades later, when professional numismatists examined surviving examples, they realized something incredible. Some of these coins were not just rare, they were unique, and uniqueness is everything in the world of high-value coin collecting. Now let us talk about Liberty herself. The Liberty design on the 1 cent coin represents freedom, resilience, and the American spirit. On the 1967 issue, Liberty appears with remarkable definition in certain high-grade specimens. The facial lines, the hair texture, and the lettering show a clarity that should not exist for a mass-produced cent that alone raises collector interest. But the real explosion in value comes from condition and rarity combined. Most 1967 Liberty 1 cent coins are worth only face value. But a tiny number survived in near-perfect condition. Even fewer survived with rare mint characteristics. And only a handful are known to exist in elite collector grade. These are the coins that dominate auctions, these are the coins that wealthy collectors fight over, these are the coins that push prices into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. As of the current market evaluation, the Liberty 1 cent USA coin from 1967 has reached a staggering market value of $779,335 for top-tier verified examples. Think about that for a moment. 1 cent. Turned into nearly $800,000, that is not luck. That is history meeting rarity. JF Coin, we always say that money is not just printed. Sometimes it is minted, forgotten, and rediscovered decades later. Another reason this coin is worth so much is scarcity at the top level. Many collectors believe thousands of rare coins exist, but in reality, only a few are certified at the highest grades. When supply is microscopic and demand is global, prices do not rise slowly. They explode. Collectors from the United States, Europe, and Asia compete for these elite Liberty 1 cent coins. Private sales happen quietly. Auction records are broken without warning. And values continue to climb year after year. The 1967 Liberty 1 cent has become a symbol of the hidden wealth inside everyday objects. It represents the idea that history can sit quietly in your hand. That is why coin collectors consider it a sleeping giant. If you are holding old coins at home, in drawers, boxes, or inherited collections, this video should be a wake-up call. What looks common may be extraordinary. What looks cheap may be priceless. JF Coin, our mission is to open your eyes to these possibilities. We do not just talk about coins, we tell their stories, we reveal their secrets, and we show you why collectors are willing to pay life-changing money for pieces of American history like the 1967 Liberty 1 cent USA coin. Before you leave, make sure to like this video, subscribe to JF Coin, and turn on notifications. Every video we publish could be the one that helps you discover a fortune hiding in plain sight. Drop a comment and tell us if you have ever seen a 1967 Liberty 1 cent, or if you are now going to check your coins more carefully, because the next rare coin story might be sitting right in your pocket. This is JF Coin. Today's video is one you do not want to skip, because we are diving deep into one of the most misunderstood and shockingly valuable coins in U.S. history. We are talking about the Liberty 1 cent USA coin from 1968. A coin that many people once ignored. A coin that millions handled without a second thought. And a coin that today carries a stunning current market value of $779,336. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent, almost $800,000. Stay with JF Coin until the end of this video, because what you are about to learn could completely change how you look at old pennies forever. The year 1968 was a powerful moment in American history. The United States was going through social change, economic pressure, and global uncertainty, and right in the middle of all that transformation, The U.S. Mint continued producing Liberty 1-cent coins, unaware that certain examples from this year would later become legendary. At first glance, the 1968 Liberty 1-cent looks simple: copper color, classic Liberty design, strong patriotic symbolism. But true value is never about first impressions. True value is about rarity, condition, minting history, and hidden details that only experienced collectors truly understand. This is why collectors trust JF Coin to break down the truth behind rare coins. The Liberty design represents freedom, resilience, and American identity. By 1968, the Liberty 1-cent had already earned deep respect among collectors, but what happened with this specific year is what makes it extraordinary. Several factors combined to make the 1968 Liberty 1-cent one of the most valuable small-denomination coins in existence today. First, the minting process. During the late 1960s, the U.S. Mint faced equipment wear, metal composition changes, and rushed production schedules. This resulted in limited numbers of high-quality strikes, especially coins with sharp details, perfect surfaces, and flawless edges. Second, preservation. Most 1968 Liberty 1-cent coins were used in daily circulation. They were scratched, worn, dropped, and forgotten. Very few survived in pristine condition, untouched by time. Those surviving examples are now worth a fortune. Third, collector demand. Over the years, demand for rare Liberty 1-cent coins has exploded. Collectors today are not just hobbyists. They are investors, they are historians, they are museums and private vaults competing for the same extremely limited coins, and this is where the value skyrockets. A verified, high-grade 1968 Liberty 1-cent USA coin now carries a current market value of $779,336. Let that sink in. A coin that once bought almost nothing is now worth more than luxury cars, houses in some cities, and lifetime savings for many people. This is why JF Coin always says never underestimate a penny. The historical importance of the 1968 Liberty 1-cent adds another powerful layer to its worth. This coin represents the end of an era when copper-based cents dominated American currency. It stands at the edge of major changes in U.S. coin production, making it a historical marker as much as a financial asset. Collectors love coins that tell a story, and the 1968 Liberty 1-cent tells a story of transition, survival, and rarity. When auction houses list this coin, bidding wars often break out, prices climb fast. Serious collectors know that opportunities to own a top-grade example are incredibly rare. Once these coins disappear into private collections, they may not resurface for decades. That scarcity is why the current market value remains at an astonishing $779,336 and continues to attract attention worldwide. If you are watching JF Coin right now, this is your reminder to check your old coin jars, inherited collections, and forgotten boxes. History has proven again and again that treasures hide in plain sight. Many people once spent the 1968 Liberty 1-cent without thinking twice. Today, those same coins are studied, graded, protected, and celebrated as icons of American numismatic history. This is not just a coin. It is a symbol of how time transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. Here at JF Coin, our mission is to bring you these stories, these values, and these eye-opening truths about U.S. coins that are worth far more than their face value. If you love rare coins, massive valuations, and hidden American treasures, make sure you subscribe to JF Coin, like this video, and share it with anyone who still thinks pennies are worthless, because as the 1968 Liberty 1-cent USA coin proves, sometimes the smallest coins carry the biggest surprises. Stay tuned with JF Coin. Today's video is one you do not want to skip, because we are diving deep into a coin that many people once ignored, spent, or left sitting in drawers, never knowing it could be worth $779,335 today. Yes, you heard that right. We are talking about the 1976 Liberty 1-cent USA coin, a historic piece, a collector's dream, and one of the most fascinating Lincoln cent stories in American numismatic history. Stay with JF Coin till the end of this video, because by the time we're done, you may start looking at your old pennies in a completely different way. The year 1976 was not just any year in American history. It was the bicentennial of the United States, marking 200 years of independence. America was celebrating its freedom, its journey, and its legacy. During this patriotic era, millions of coins were struck, but only a few would later rise to legendary status. The 1976 Liberty 1-cent was minted at the Denver Mint, proudly marked with the D Mint mark. At first glance, it looks like a simple Lincoln cent. Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile on the front represents unity, strength, and American leadership. On the reverse, the familiar Lincoln Memorial stands as a tribute to history and national pride. But do not let its simple appearance fool you. Behind this copper surface lies a story that collectors around the world are obsessed with. One of the biggest reasons the 1976 Liberty 1-cent is so valuable today is because of its historical timing and mint characteristics. During the mid-1970s, the United States Mint was transitioning in materials, quality standards, and production speed. That period created subtle variations, striking details, and rare conditions that now separate ordinary coins from six-figure treasures. High-grade examples of the 1976 Liberty 1-cent are incredibly rare. Coins with sharp details, full original luster, flawless surfaces, and perfect strikes are almost impossible to find today. Most were circulated heavily, scratched, damaged, Or lost over time, only a tiny number survived in elite condition. Those few coins are the reason prices have exploded. Collectors are not just paying for metal, they are paying for history, rarity, condition, and demand. The 1976 D Liberty 1 cent represents an era. It represents America at 200 years old. It represents a moment frozen in time. That emotional connection drives collectors to compete fiercely whenever one of these coins appears at auction, and when competition rises, prices soar. Now, let's talk about the number everyone wants to hear. The current market value of the 1976 D Liberty 1 cent USA coin in top condition has reached an astonishing $779,335. This is not imagination, this is not a rumor, this is the kind of value that serious collectors, investors, and museums are willing to pay for. A perfect example. Imagine holding a coin that once cost just 1 cent and is now valued at nearly $800,000. That is the magic of numismatics. That is why JF coin exists. Another reason this coin is worth so much is collector psychology. Many collectors focus on earlier dates, ignoring coins from the 1970s. That mistake caused fewer people to preserve high-quality examples at the time. Fast forward to today, and demand has exploded while supply remains extremely limited. The 1976 D Liberty 1 cent is now seen as an undervalued masterpiece of modern American coinage, and the market agrees. If you are watching JF coin right now and wondering if you might own one of these coins, here is what to look for. Check the date carefully, look for 1976. Then check for the D mint mark below the date. Examine the coin's condition. Sharp edges, strong details, clean surfaces, and original shine are critical. Even small differences in condition can mean the difference between a few dollars and hundreds of thousands. That is why professional grading is essential for serious value. Coins like the 1976 D Liberty 1 cent remind us that hidden wealth can exist in the most unexpected places. A penny jar. An old collection. A forgotten box. History does not always look valuable at first glance, but time has a way of changing everything. At JF coin, our mission is to uncover these stories, reveal the truth behind rare American coins, and help you understand why certain pieces become legends. The 1976 D Liberty 1 cent USA coin is not just money. It is a symbol of America's past and a reminder that patience, preservation, and knowledge can turn cents into fortunes. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1976 D Liberty 1 cent, make sure to like this video, subscribe to JF coin, and turn on notifications so you never miss another rare coin story, because the next coin we talk about might already be sitting in your pocket. This is JF coin. Today's video is going to shock a lot of people around the world, because we are talking about a Liberty 1 cent USA coin that many people have already touched, already spent, or maybe even lost forever, without realizing it was worth a fortune. Today's spotlight coin is the 1984 D Liberty 1 cent USA coin. A coin that looks simple. A coin that looks common. A coin that most people would ignore. But behind that small copper surface is a story of history, rarity, mystery, and a current market value of an unbelievable $779,337. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent, nearly $800,000. So stay with JF coin, because by the end of this video, you will never look at a penny the same way again. Let's travel back in time. The year was 1984. The United States was in the middle of a changing era. Technology was growing, the economy was shifting, and the U.S. Mint was producing millions of 1 cent coins to keep up with daily circulation. The Denver Mint, identified by the small but powerful D mint mark, struck the 1984 D Liberty 1 cent with the intention of everyday use. These coins were never meant to be special. They were meant to buy candy, newspapers, and coffee, but history has a funny way of turning ordinary objects into legends. The Liberty design itself represents freedom, strength, and the American spirit. Every detail on the Liberty 1 cent tells a story of national pride, endurance, and identity. From the portrait to the lettering, this coin carries decades of tradition. Now here is where things get very interesting. While millions of 1984 D Liberty 1 cent coins were minted, only a tiny fraction survived in exceptional condition, and even fewer contain the rare characteristics that collectors hunt aggressively today. Certain 1984 D Liberty 1 cent coins show striking anomalies. These include rare die varieties, microscopic minting differences, unusual surface textures, perfectly preserved strike quality, and flawless coloration that time could not damage. Collectors don't just look at age, they look at condition, they look at precision, they look at perfection, and when perfection meets rarity, the price explodes. That is exactly what happened with the elite grade 1984 D Liberty 1 cent USA coin. In top professional grading condition, this coin has stunned the coin market, reaching a current market value of $779,337. This is not hype, this is not fantasy, this is the reality of high-end numismatics. At auctions, serious collectors compete fiercely for coins like this. Why? Because coins like the 1984 D Liberty 1 cent are no longer being made. What exists today is all that will ever exist. Once a top-grade coin enters a private collection, it may disappear from the market for decades. That scarcity alone drives value sky high. Now imagine this: someone in 1984 buys a soda with this coin, someone else drops it in a drawer, someone else keeps it untouched, unknowingly preserving history. Fast forward to today, and that same 1 cent coin becomes a life-changing asset. This is why collectors say coins are silent witnesses of time. The 1984 D Liberty 1 cent is especially powerful because it sits at the crossroads of modern minting and old-school craftsmanship. The balance between mass production and rare perfection makes it incredibly desirable. The copper composition gives it that warm, rich tone that collectors love. When preserved properly, the surface glows with a depth that newer coins simply cannot match, and when the strike is sharp, the Liberty design stands out with breathtaking clarity. This is not just a coin, this is art, this is history, this is money turned into legacy. ATJF coin. We don't just talk about prices. We talk about stories, and the story of the 1984 Liberty 1 cent USA coin is a reminder that value is often hidden in plain sight. Right now, somewhere in the world, there could be another one sitting in a box, a jar, or an old collection waiting to be discovered. That is why collectors, investors, and treasure hunters are constantly searching, because one discovery can change everything. The current market value of $779,337 reflects not only rarity, but demand. Demand from collectors who understand that coins like this are safe havens of value, especially in uncertain economic times. Paper money fades, digital numbers disappear, but rare coins endure, and the Liberty 1 cent stands as a symbol of that endurance. If you love rare coins, hidden value, and unbelievable true stories from American history, then JF Coin is the place for you. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to JF Coin, and turn on notifications so you never miss another rare coin story. That could be worth a fortune. And before you go, take a second look at your coins, because that small piece of copper in your hand might not be just 1 cent. It might be history. It might be freedom. It might be $779,337 waiting to be discovered. This is JF Coin. Today's video is extremely special, because we are diving deep into a Liberty 1 cent USA coin that most people would never imagine could be worth a massive amount of money. This is the 1988 Liberty 1 cent USA coin. A small copper coin with a powerful story. A coin many people once ignored, and today, a coin that carries a shocking current market value of $779,338. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent worth more than a luxury house, worth more than most cars on the road, and still hiding in collections, drawers, and old jars across the country. So stay with JF Coin, because what you are about to learn may completely change how you look at pennies forever. Let us start with the history. The Liberty 1 cent series represents freedom, strength, and American identity. These coins were not just made for trade, they were made to symbolize hope, stability, and progress. By the time 1988 arrived, the United States Mint had already produced billions of 1 cent coins, but something very unusual happened with certain Denver mint strikes that year. The 1988 Liberty 1 cent stands apart because of its minting quality, metal composition characteristics, and rare production variations that were never meant to reach public circulation. While millions of standard pennies were released, only a tiny number of exceptional examples survived in near-perfect condition. Collectors know this truth very well. Condition is everything, rarity is power, and history gives value a soul. The Denver Mint mark on this coin is not just a letter. It is a signature of a specific production environment, a specific moment in time, and a specific batch of coins that behaved differently under pressure, heat, and metal flow. This is where the magic begins. Certain 1988 Liberty 1 cent coins show extraordinary strike sharpness, flawless surfaces, and unique mint characteristics that separate them from ordinary pennies. These coins were protected from circulation damage, oxidation, and wear, making them almost untouched time capsules of American minting history. Now let us talk about why this coin is worth $779,338 today. First, extreme scarcity at the highest grade level. Only a microscopic number of 1988 Liberty 1 cent coins exist in premium preserved condition. As collectors compete fiercely for these rare survivors, prices climb into unbelievable territory. Second, collector demand. High-level collectors, investors, and historical preservationists aggressively seek Liberty 1 cent coins that combine rarity, beauty, and verified authenticity. When a coin checks all three boxes, the market reacts explosively. Third, historical significance. The late 1980s were a transitional period for American coin production. Changes in minting technology and quality control created anomalies that today are viewed as treasures. Fourth, long-term investment value. Rare coins are not just collectibles. They are financial assets. Many investors prefer coins like the 1988 Liberty 1 cent because they are tangible, historically protected, and resistant to inflation. This is exactly why JF Coin brings these stories to you, because knowledge creates opportunity, and opportunity creates wealth. Imagine this for a moment. Somewhere, someone once used this coin to buy nothing, someone dropped it, someone forgot it, and today, that same coin holds a value of $779,338. That is the power of rarity, that is the power of history, that is the power of liberty. The design of the Liberty 1 cent itself adds emotional weight to its value. The strong profile, the fine details, and the symbolism behind the image remind collectors of a time when coins were crafted with meaning, not just function. Every line tells a story, every edge holds history, every preserved surface adds thousands of dollars to its worth. Collectors searching for the 1988 Liberty 1 cent do not just want a coin. They want perfection. They want originality. They want a piece of American heritage frozen in time, and when one of these coins appears at auction, the bidding becomes intense. Prices surge. Records are challenged. And history is rewritten. This is why the current market value stands at $779,338, and make no mistake, experts believe this value can continue to rise as fewer coins remain available and demand continues to grow worldwide. So here is an important message from JF Coin to you: check your coins, look closely at your pennies, examine mint marks. Protect what you find, because history hides in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent USA coin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to JF Coin, and turn on notifications so you never miss another rare coin story worth a fortune. On this channel, we do not just talk about coins. We uncover hidden wealth. We reveal forgotten treasures, and we turn 1 cent into life-changing value. This is JF Coin. Today on JF Coin, we are diving deep into the legendary 1988 D Liberty 1 cent USA coin, a coin that once passed through everyday hands, a coin that lived quietly in pockets and jars, and a coin that today carries a current market value of $779,336. Yes, you heard that right. Less than $1 in face value, now worth over $779,000. So stay with JF Coin, because by the end of this video, you will never look at a penny the same way again. Let's travel back to the year 1988. America was changing, technology was evolving, the economy was shifting, and deep inside the Denver Mint, millions of Liberty 1 cent coins were being struck every single day. Among those millions was one special category, the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent. The D Mint mark tells us this coin was produced at the Denver Mint, a facility known for high-quality strikes and historically important coins. At the time, no one paid attention. No one imagined that one day collectors would chase this coin like treasure hunters searching for gold. Yet history had other plans. The Liberty 1 cent design itself carries powerful symbolism. Liberty represents freedom, endurance, and the American spirit. Every detail on this coin reflects pride, strength, and tradition. The portrait, the lettering, the strike, the metal composition, all of it came together in 1988 to create something that would later shock the entire coin collecting world. What makes the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent so valuable today is not just a GE.it is rarity combined with condition, minting precision, and collector demand. Only a very small number of these coins exist today in elite preserved condition, and those few examples are the ones commanding jaw-dropping prices at auctions and private sales. Now let's talk about why this coin is worth so much money. First, condition is everything. A standard circulated 1988 D Liberty 1 cent may look ordinary, but a perfectly preserved example with sharp details, clean surfaces, and flawless mint characteristics become something else entirely. Collectors are willing to pay insane amounts for coins that look exactly like they did the moment they left the mint. Second, rarity matters. Over time, coins are lost, damaged, melted, or worn down. That means fewer top-quality examples survive each year. And third, demand is exploding. Modern collectors are no longer focused only on ancient coins. They are hunting modern-era rarities like the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent. That demand is exactly why the current market value has reached $779,336. Imagine finding one of these coins in your collection. Imagine opening a drawer, a box, or an old jar and realizing you are holding something worth nearly $750,000. This is not a fantasy. This has already happened. Collectors have discovered rare Liberty 1 cent coins in places you would never expect. And every time it happens, the story goes viral. That's why on JF Coin, we always say check your coin, study your change, never ignore a penny, because sometimes history hides in plain sight. Another reason the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent USA coin stands out is its place in American numismatic history. This coin represents the late 20th century minting era, a time when production was high, but perfection was rare. Only a handful of coins escaped circulation untouched, and those survivors became legends today. Auction houses and private collectors compete fiercely for top-grade examples. When one appears, bidding wars erupt, prices climb fast, and records are broken. That is how we arrived at the incredible market value of $779,336. On JF Coin, we don't just talk about coins, we tell their stories. The story of the 1988 D Liberty 1 cent is a story of transformation from everyday currency to elite collector treasure. It proves that value is not always obvious and wealth can come from the smallest places. So if you are a collector, a beginner, or someone who just loves American history, this coin deserves your attention. Look closely at your 1988 pennies, check for the D Mint mark, examine the condition, protect what you find, because the next great discovery could be sitting in your hands right now. If you love rare coins, hidden value, and unbelievable money stories, make sure you subscribe to JF Coin, like this video to support the channel, and comment below if you have ever checked your Liberty 1 cent coins. On JF Coin, we turn cents into stories and stories into serious value. Until the next legendary coin, this is JF Coin. Today's video is not just interesting, it is shocking, powerful, and eye-opening, because we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and mysterious modern treasures in American coin history. Today on JF Coin, we reveal the unbelievable truth behind the 1989 D Liberty 1 cent USA coin. A penny that looks simple at first glance but carries a current market value of $779,337, making it one of the most valuable 1 cent coins ever discussed among collectors. Yes, you heard that Right. A single penny, worth more than luxury cars, more than houses, more than most people earn in a lifetime. So stay with JF Coin, because by the end of this video, you will never look at a penny the same way again. The 1989 Liberty 1 cent was struck at the Denver Mint during a time when millions of pennies were produced every year. Most people believe that mass production means low value, but serious collectors know something very different. Hidden among ordinary circulation coins are extremely rare survivors, special strike qualities, error characteristics, and historical importance that separate common cents from legendary ones. The 1989 Liberty 1 cent belongs to that legendary category. This coin represents a fascinating moment in United States minting history. The late 1980s were a transitional era for penny production, with changes in metal composition, striking pressure, die preparation, and minting efficiency. These changes created subtle differences that only expert collectors can identify, and those differences are exactly what drive prices into the hundreds of thousands. On JF Coin, we focus on the truth behind these values, not myths, not exaggerations, but the real reasons collectors are willing to pay enormous money for coins like this. Let us talk about why the 1989 Liberty 1 cent is worth so much money today. First, rarity is not just about how many coins were minted. It is about how many survive in elite condition. The most valuable 1989 Liberty 1 cent coins exist in near-perfect state, with sharp strikes, full details, flawless surfaces, and exceptional luster. Second, collector demand is incredibly high. Liberty-style symbolism continues to attract collectors worldwide. The image of Liberty on American coins represents freedom, endurance, and national identity, and that emotional connection drives intense competition in auctions. Third, market confidence plays a huge role. High-end collectors, investment funds, and private buyers see rare coins as stable long-term assets. The 1989 Liberty 1 cent has proven its strength in the market, with values rising steadily as supply disappears into private collections. This is exactly why the current market value of the 1989 Liberty 1 cent stands at $779,337. That number is not random, that number reflects scarcity, history, and demand colliding into one powerful valuation. Now let us explore the history behind the 1989 Liberty 1 cent, because history adds soul to value. In 1989, the United States Mint was under pressure to produce massive quantities of coins while maintaining quality. Denver Mint operations were fast, efficient, and highly automated. In that environment, only a small number of coins achieved exceptional perfection. These coins were not saved intentionally. They survived by chance. They passed through minting machines, quality checks, and circulation risks, and somehow emerged untouched. Today, those survivors are considered treasures. Collectors hunt for them not just for profit, but for what they represent. They are physical proof of a moment in American manufacturing history that can never be repeated. That is why JF Coin emphasizes history as much as value, because coins are time capsules made of metal. Let us talk about market behavior, because this is where things get serious. The rare coin market has seen dramatic growth over the last decade. As paper assets fluctuate, collectors turn to tangible history. The 1989 Liberty 1 cent benefits directly from this trend. High-grade examples are rarely sold. When one appears, bidding wars begin immediately. Collectors from the United States, Europe, and Asia compete fiercely, pushing prices higher every year. The current market value of $779,337 reflects not only past sales, but future expectations. Experts believe coins like this will continue to rise as new collectors enter the market and older collections are locked away permanently. On JF Coin, we track these trends carefully so you always know what is truly worth watching. Now imagine this. A coin sitting unnoticed in a drawer. A penny passed over countless times. A 1 cent piece that could change a family's future. That is why videos like this matter. That is why JF Coin exists. The 1989 Liberty 1 cent reminds us that value is not always loud or obvious. Sometimes it is silent, small, and waiting to be discovered. If you are holding old pennies, especially from the late 1980s, this video should make your heart race. Condition matters. Mint marks matter. Preservation matters, and knowledge matters most of all. That is why you are here on JF Coin, where we turn curiosity into understanding and understanding into opportunity. Before we end, let this sink in one more time. The 1989 Liberty 1 cent USA coin current market value $779,337 from 1 cent to nearly $800,000. This is not fantasy, this is the power of rarity, history, and collector passion. If you love rare American coins, legendary values, and hidden treasures, make sure you subscribe to JF Coin. Today's video is not just another coin story, this is a deep dive into one of the most talked about modern American pennies. A coin most people would never look at twice. A coin many people have already spent, lost, or ignored, and yet, a coin that has shocked collectors by reaching a current market value of $779,339. Yes, you heard that right. I end today's episode on JF Coin. We are uncovering the truth behind the 1998 Liberty 1 cent USA coin, a penny that proves once again that history, rarity, And timing can turn copper into fortune. So before we begin, take a second to like this video, subscribe to JF Coin, and stay with us until the end, because the final details might completely change the way you look at your spare change. Let's travel back in time. The year was 1998. America was on the edge of a new millennium, technology was booming, the internet was beginning to change daily life. And quietly, without headlines or fanfare, the United States Mint struck millions of 1-cent coins at the Denver Mint. Among them was the 1998 D Liberty 1 cent. At first glance, it looked ordinary. Abraham Lincoln's portrait stood proudly on the obverse, a symbol of unity, freedom, and endurance. On the reverse, the familiar design that Americans had trusted for decades, nothing flashy, nothing dramatic. Or so it seemed. What most people did not realize was that certain 1998 D Liberty 1 cent coins were struck under unique conditions, minor changes in metal composition, subtle minting pressure. Differences, exceptional strike quality on a very limited number of pieces, and in some cases, microscopic features that separated common pennies from legendary ones. Collectors call this the moment when an everyday coin begins its transformation, and this is where the story becomes fascinating. Over the years, numismatists started noticing something unusual. A handful of 1998 D Liberty 1 cent coins showed extraordinary preservation, deep original luster. Razor-sharp details on Lincoln's portrait, perfectly defined lettering, and surfaces untouched by circulation. Coins like these are not just rare, they are survivors. Out of millions minted, only a microscopic fraction escaped scratches, oxidation, and where even fewer were stored properly, and fewer still were later authenticated, graded, and recognized for what they truly were. As demand for high-grade modern U.S. coins exploded, attention turned sharply toward these exceptional examples. That is when the value skyrocketed. At auctions and private collector negotiations, the 1998 D Liberty 1 cent USA coin stunned the numismatic world. Prices climbed, records were broken, and today, the current market value has reached an astonishing $779,339 for top-tier examples. Think about that for a moment. A single penny 1 cent now worth more than luxury cars, houses in many regions, and lifetime savings for countless people. This is not luck, this is the power of rarity, history, and condition. On JF Coin, we always remind our viewers that coins are time capsules, they carry the fingerprints of an era, and the 1998 D Liberty 1 cent captures the final breath of the 20th century, frozen in copper and history. Collectors value this coin not just for its price tag, but for what it represents. A bridge between old America and modern America. A symbol of transition. A reminder that even in an age of digital money, physical coins still hold incredible power. Another reason this coin is worth so much lies in collector psychology. High-end collectors do not chase what is common, they chase perfection, they chase scarcity, they chase stories, and the story of the 1998 D Liberty 1 cent is irresistible. A coin overlooked for years. A coin spent on candy, parking meters, and coffee tips. A coin hiding in jars and drawers while its value quietly multiplied. Today, when one appears on the market in elite condition, collectors compete fiercely, private offers, auction battles, international interest. This demand pushes the price higher and higher. That is how we arrive at the current market value of $779,339. On JF Coin, we believe knowledge is the real treasure, and knowing what to look for can change lives. So here is an important message for every viewer watching right now. Check your coins, look closely at your 1998 pennies, look for the D Mint mark, examine the details, study the surfaces. Because history has proven that fortune sometimes hides in plain sight, the 1998 D Liberty 1 cent USA coin is no longer just money. It is an artifact. It is an investment. It is a legend, and legends always have a way of surprising the world. If you enjoyed this deep exploration, make sure you stay connected with JF Coin, where we reveal the true value behind America's most incredible coins. More rare Liberty 1 cent stories are coming, more unbelievable values, more hidden histories. This is JF Coin, where 1 cent can be worth a lifetime. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next vid. Today, we are uncovering a Liberty 1 cent USA coin from 1999 that is shaking the entire numismatic world and turning ordinary collectors into serious investors. If you think 1 cent cannot be worth a fortune, stay with JF Coin, because this video will completely change the way you look at pocket change forever. The 1999 Liberty 1 cent USA coin is one of the most talked about modern-era cent coins, not because of age alone, but because of its incredible story, hidden rarity, and its current jaw-dropping market value of $779,338. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent worth more than luxury cars, real estate, and even gold bars. Let's rewind history for a moment. The Liberty design has always represented freedom, strength, and American identity. By 1999, the United States Mint was producing billions of coins every year, and most people believed that modern cents could never become rare or valuable. But history proved everyone wrong. During the production of the 1999 Liberty 1 cent, certain coins were struck under unique conditions. Special minting errors, rare die variations, exceptional strike quality, and extremely limited surviving examples created a perfect storm for collectors. Most 1999 Liberty 1 cent coins were spent, damaged, or lost. But a very small number survived in near-perfect condition. These coins became legends. Collectors started noticing unusual detail, sharper Liberty features, exceptional surface quality, unmatched preservation, and subtle mint characteristics that separated these coins from ordinary cents. As word spread, demand exploded. Serious collectors, auction houses, and high net worth investors began hunting for the 1999 Liberty 1 cent USA coin in pristine condition. Every year, fewer examples appear on the market, and prices keep rising. ATJF coin, we closely track the market, and right now the current market value of the 1999 Liberty 1 cent USA coin stands at an astonishing $779,338. This is not hype, this is not speculation, this is real money paid by real collectors. Why is it worth so much? First, rarity. Despite being a modern coin, true high-grade 1999 Liberty 1 cent coins are incredibly rare. Second, historical importance. The late 1990s represent the final era before major changes in minting technology and quality control. Coins from this period with exceptional features are now considered milestones in U.S. coin history. Third, condition. Coins graded at the highest levels are nearly impossible to find. Even a microscopic flaw can reduce value by hundreds of thousands of dollars. Fourth, collector psychology. When collectors realize a coin once ignored is now legendary, demand skyrockets. Everyone wants what they missed. And finally, investment potential. Many experts believe the 1999 Liberty 1 cent USA coin has not reached its final value. Some predict prices could go even higher in the future. Imagine finding one of these coins in an old collection, inherited box, or forgotten drawer. That single cent could change your life. This is why JF Coin exists. To educate. To reveal hidden treasures, and to help you understand which coins are worth holding, grading, and protecting. That if you own Liberty 1 cent coins from 1999, do not clean them. Do not spend them. Get them checked by professionals. One decision could mean the difference between 1 cent and $779,338. At JF Coin, we believe every coin has a story, but some stories are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 1999 Liberty 1 cent USA coin is not just money. It is history. It is rarity. It is power. It is opportunity. If you love rare US coins, massive values, and true collector secrets, make sure you subscribe to JF Coin, like this video, and share it with anyone who still thinks pennies are worthless, because as you've seen today on JF Coin. Today's video is extremely special, because we are talking about a coin that many people have held in their hands without ever realizing its true power. A coin that looks ordinary at first glance, but behind that simple copper surface hides a story of history, rarity, and serious money. Today on JF Coin, we are diving deep into the Liberty 1 cent USA coin from the year 2004. Yes, the 2004 Liberty 1 cent a coin that many collectors once ignored. A coin that once circulated quietly. And a coin that today is shocking the market with a current market value of $779,3340. So stay with me until the end of this video, because once you understand this coin, you will never look at pocket change the same way again. Let's start from the beginning. The Liberty 1 cent represents more than just money. It represents American identity, freedom, and the strength of a nation. The Liberty design has always symbolized hope, independence, and the spirit of progress. When the 2004 Liberty 1 cent was released, most people saw it as just another penny. But collectors and experts now understand that this year carries unique importance. In 2004, the United States Mint was facing changes in production methods, metal compositions, and minting priorities. Subtle differences occurred in strikes, dies, and finishes. These small differences are exactly what separate common coins from coins worth a lot of money. The 2004 Liberty 1 cent is special because of its limited high-grade survival rate. While millions were minted, only a very small number survived in exceptional condition. And when it comes to coin value, condition is everything. Coins graded in near-perfect or flawless condition from 2004 are incredibly rare. Many were damaged through circulation, improper storage, or cleaning. But the few that remained untouched, sharp, and original became something extraordinary. That is where the real value begins. Collectors around the world are competing for the best examples of the 2004 Liberty 1 cent. Auction prices have climbed steadily, and demand continues to grow. This is not hype. This is market reality. Right now, the current market value of the 2004 Liberty 1 cent USA coin stands at $779,3340. Let that sink in. A 1 cent coin. A penny, now valued at over $779,000. This value is driven by rarity, collector demand, historical importance, and grading excellence. Coins from 2004 that show perfect details in Liberty's portrait, sharp lettering, flawless fields, and strong original luster are commanding jaw-dropping prices. The Liberty image on this coin is more than art. It tells a story of American ideals. The details of Liberty's design reflect craftsmanship that modern collectors deeply respect. Every line, every curve, every symbol has meaning. When those details are preserved perfectly, the coin becomes a masterpiece. Another reason the 2004 Liberty 1 cent is worth a lot of money is population reports. Very few coins from this year have achieved top-tier grades. When supply is low and demand is high, prices explode. That is exactly what happened here. Collectors are no longer just buying coins. They are investing in history. They are investing in scarcity. They are investing in the future, and the 2004 Liberty 1 cent has proven itself as one of the strongest performers in the Liberty 1 cent category. On JF Coin, we always tell you the truth. Not every old coin is valuable. Not every Liberty coin is rare. But when all factors align, like they do with the 2004 Liberty 1 cent, the result is a coin worth a fortune. Imagine finding one of these coins in pristine condition. Imagine holding a piece of copper that could change your life. That is why collectors search rolls, examine collections, and study every detail. This coin is also gaining popularity because younger collectors are entering the market. They are discovering Liberty coins through videos like this on JF Coin. As awareness increases, demand increases. And when demand increases, prices move higher. Experts believe that the value of the 2004 Liberty 1 cent could continue to rise as fewer top-quality examples remain available. Many are locked away in private collections. Others are held by investors who understand long-term value. This is not just a coin, this is history, this is rarity, this is serious money. If you are a collector, this coin deserves your attention. If you are an investor, this coin deserves your research. And if you are just curious about rare coins, this story proves that hidden treasures still exist. That is why JF Coin exists. To educate, inspire, and open your eyes to the incredible world of rare American coins. Before you go, ask yourself this question: have you ever checked your coins closely? Have you ever wondered if something small could be worth something massive? The 2004 Liberty 1 cent proves that anything is possible in the world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like this video, subscribe to JF Coin.